When it comes to the International Civil Rights Center and Museum in downtown Greensboro, no one has more influence than tonight's newsmaker. Most agree without his hard work and foresight, the place might not have opened 5 years ago. And although he's no longer chairman of the board that oversees it, he's still a member and very active in the museum's fundraising and day-to-day operations. But in all the recent controversy about the museum's finances, who should run the place, and the firing of its executive director, Skip Alston has been quiet, refusing to speak publicly or to the media about what was happening regarding this facility until right now.
It's not us against them organization or a facility. We want to use that museum in order to bring people together. So we would have one race, and that's the human race.
But bringing people together about the International Civil Rights Center and Museum's future has been difficult, especially when it comes to finances. Is the International Civil Rights Center and Museum broke?
No. When you say we're broke, that means that we have no money in the bank, no money coming in. That's not the case. Do we have challenges? Yes.
In fact, Alston does say the museum's been living, to use his words, paycheck to paycheck. It's one of the reasons the city loaned it $1.5 million, each dollar forgivable for every $1 the museum raises.
We've raised over $900,000 over the past year and a half. So we got another $500,000–600,000 to raise between now and the end of June. And I think that we'll be able to do it. But if we don't, we make a good faith efforts, I think it'll be in our benefit and in the city's benefit to forgive the rest of it.
Alston points to two other major outstanding debts the museum faces: $770,000 to Carolina Bank due June 30th and $50,000 to the Community Foundation due by March 23rd. How confident are you that you are going to be able to pay off that money by those deadlines?
I feel very confident, and if we don't, we will work out some arrangements. If we don't, if we fall short, 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
But it remains to be seen whether that'll be enough to silence those who feel strongly the museum should take Mayor Nancy Vaughn's offer for the city to take over the facility's operation and management. What's wrong with the city's offer to take over the museum's operations in your eyes? Why wouldn't that work?
We don't need them to, and we didn't ask them to. We are comfortable as far as our operations are right now.
Some have argued there's a racial component to the city's offer. Where do you stand on that?
I don't think that that was the intent, but I can see the overall concern.
And that concern, Alston says, is rooted in the fact the city's run by elected officials who answer to their constituents.
And if we have something that's going on in the Civil Rights Museum that a constituent doesn't like, they can get in contact with their elected official and put some pressure on that person and be able to have history change.
Do you think the mayor's racist?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Can the museum survive without the city taking it over?
Yes, without a doubt. And I think that the city, instead of taking us over or talking about taking us over, should say, how can I support you? Appreciate what we've done for Greensboro. Instead of trying to always take something over or control, just compliment what we're doing. If we need a helping hand, be there in order to help us in order to get to our next destination. This is our museum, meaning the entire community's a museum. Okay, it doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to the board. It belongs to really the world.
Alston also told me the biggest challenge from a financial standpoint has been the museum's development department. He says it's been through 3 fundraising corporations and 1 individual, the recently fired executive director. None has met goals. Much of that, he says, has had to do with the economy, but the museum has to keep moving forward.